Welcome back to Lines at Lunch. Hopefully today, well, actually the rest of the group found winners. Tyler found a loser in his risk-free investment.
Please dive into this, how the game went down, Ty, for everyone that didn't get to see it.
Daniel Lynch sucks.
Daniel Lynch is an absolute poverty pitcher. We're done with him. He's officially on my list, and he should be on yours too, Tyler.
Yeah. I don't hold grudges. I gave out a bad pick. I think everybody else here won yesterday. That's good.
Well, no, let's dive into what Sandy did to you.
Yeah, I was going to get to that. Yeah. So
are you going to recap for her? Or you not go? You're already on the tangent.
No, you go.
Go, T-Mac. This is your floor. You deserve it.
So yeah, I gave out. Well, no, I'm not on a tangent. I'm a loser. I'm a sucker. I suck. Like
Facts,
people call me a dickhead, fucking loser. I got a text from a number in San Diego. I had to look up the area code because I didn't know who it was. Turns out Sandy was upset and sent my phone number out to the world and to his friends to personally attack me individually at my personal cell phone number that's not affiliated with this company in any way, shape, or form. But that's okay. Well deserved. I'm a loser. I'm a dickhead. I'm an idiot. That's fine, though. This is Lines at Lunch, not Losers at Lunch. There's only one loser here, and it's me. I'm a loser.
I would like to publicly apologize to you, Tyler. I know I did this before the show, but last night, so I'm in a group chat with about 6 buddies, and one of them had a couple units on the Royals yesterday. We were flirting with it being the risk-free investment. I sent the graphic in there, so the graphic got everyone jazzed up. Turns out he had 500 on the Royals money line yesterday, didn't come through. And I was at the bar last night. Ryan and I were at the bar having a couple tequila sodas, and I had maybe a few too many at the time, and I was like, you know what, Tyler, you can have his number, but I said, don't blow up his phone. Just send him a note. Say I tell him how you feel.
Send him a note.
I said send him a note. That's a direct quote. I said send him a note. And he did send you a note, maybe a few too many. I would like to publicly apologize, though. Your number will not be circulated in any more group chats. As a return to me, if I ever give it a pick, you can give out my number.
No, I would not.
Yeah, you
I
would
would
do
never
that. He's
do
too
that.
good of a guy.
Leafs fan already commented, I may never recover from Royals money line. Me neither, brother. I had to actually pick up a shift late night at the bar to pay for it, so.
He's busting tables.
If it was raining here earlier, if my ball game tonight gets rained out, I'm gonna deliver groceries, try and make a few extra bucks. And that's not a joke.
That's not on for you. No, you do that all the time.
Do it all the time. I'm gonna need it, and the accounts are gonna need a reload too because I fucking unloaded on the Royals yesterday.
You had spread too. I saw that.
I took the spread. I took the money line. Like I said, I parlayed it with Ryan's over in the hockey game last night. I parlayed it with the Reds. Money line last night too, because I just kind of thought it was a lock. It already won, and turns out they got to play baseball first.
Yeah,
and then it's just
Reds was a good play though. Luis Castillo freaking
shoved.
Fucking, he dealt yesterday. Oh my god! The first couple innings, he was just throwing gas.
So did you? I don't know if you guys saw this last night. I wanted to bring this up and save it for the show. Was the Dustin Johnson going to play on that Live Golf Tour?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
we were at
actually.
the bar. I did see it. I didn't get to digest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of names on that list.
So he is not playing in the Canadian Open.
Yeah, it's funny because the assets for the Canadian Open have Dustin Johnson on
DJs.
them.
Yeah, because he's been like an ambassador.
Huge RBC guy.
For RBC.
I think
in
they had
this
to take
tournament.
the logo off his shirt and bag a couple times too.
Well,
I think it's not the first time.
I don't because apparently they can suspend all the guys that are.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm not going to pretend like I know all the different rules of golf in terms of your commitment and your set. Like, I don't know how that all works, but the guys go play on the European tour and European events all the time. Especially if they're prepping for like the Open or something. So I don't understand how this is so significantly different because he's going to play one event. He could obviously come back, but apparently the tour has said that if anyone goes, they'll be putting some heavy punishments on him, suspensions and whatnot.
I also think the list might just be wrong. They might just be doing it to fuck with people.
Yeah, because I saw a list that came out earlier, like a couple
Mickelson-
months back, and there was a bunch of guys on there that they're like, no, I'm not going over there and playing. So.
I think this is the actual for the event, this event.
And there's
So
only like 25 names on it too. There wasn't many.
Yeah, there's 42 names, I think, or 40 names. I think they got 8 more to announce. Phil wasn't on there. Hudson Swafford was on there. Sergio Garcia, Lee Westwood, Kevin Na,
DJ
Taylor
Sergio
Gooch.
Garcia, Poulter,
All right, thank you.
Oosthuizen.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Sorry, I was pulling up while you were talking.
What do you, if you had to guess, because this actually surprised me, if you had to guess, what do you think the RBC Canadian Open winner is paid?
Oh, isn't it less than $1 million?
Well, I'm not going to give you an answer, but
talking
just
Canadian
throw me a
dollars?
number.
I'm gonna say no USD. I'm gonna say 950.
What do you think, Dave?
877,650.
Okay.
$750,000.
Okay, you guys like it's a golf tournament, PGA tournament. It's more than $1 million. It's 1.2 million.
Oh,
Yeah.
1.2.
You made it sound like the way you loaded that up made it
Well,
seem like it was going to be lower.
it's low.
Yeah.
But so let me ask you what you think they pay the winner at this live golf tournament of 48 players. That's it.
Like, I'm gonna have an outrageous guess and just
Yeah.
say $5 million.
I was gonna say 15.
No.
I mean, hey, if they want people to go, they might as well.
2.5.
$4 million. They pay them $4 million for this first event
crazy, man.
to the winner. They pay the top.
I mean,
think I
good
saw
incentive with 48 players too. How the
Yeah.
hell do they have the budget for this? Or whatever. I
They
guess.
they pay. I think 11th still gets like 120K.
I mean,
that's for a 48.
if you don't care about the
48
prestige
tournament.
of the PGA Tour, why wouldn't you go play there? If you're some lower tier player on the PGA Tour,
Yeah, and you're playing
Why
with.
not?
They should listed the accomplishments for all these guys. I didn't really look that deep into it, but they're playing with like these. There's probably like 12 guys that I know from the tour. There were a couple AMs and then a bunch of guys I had no idea who they were. If you can show up as like a tour guy and insure yourself of like 400K, no problem. That's kind of nice.
I'd
Okay.
do a lot for 400K right now.
I would do a lot for 4K.
Yep.
Speaking of money,
Yeah.
go sign up for Caesars or
Yeah.
yeah. down in the description.
You wish you could re-sign up.
should we
on
get-
first
yeah,
time bonuses,
seriously,
not all you guys.
I'd love a. What was it? $1,100 risk-free bet right now. That would help
From Caesars, yeah.
tremendously.
That would have been nice if you put it to use on the Royals last night.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be,
Yeah.
you
That's what
wouldn't
Ryan
be
said
in the
to do.
spot that I'm in. Be in the spot that
Like
I'm
we
in.
said, risk-free.
Should we start with
good.
hockey?
Yeah,
Start with
let's
some
do hockey. Ty, you go, because you broke down this game on the OwnersBox blog. I liked your pick for the game. I'm probably going to be tailing it as well. I have a different pick, but I think you had some good insights that I think you could bring up.
Yeah, so I previewed this game on the blog. The big thing here that everyone's gonna be talking about is the Vasilevsky-Shesterkin matchup. Of course, like these are the two best goalies in the league right now. But one thing that I wanted to bring light to was the fact we have a team that swept 4-0 in Tampa against a Rangers team that's played. This will be their 15th game in 28 days, so that's pretty significant. But coming off a 7-game series, historically, when a team that sweeps plays a team that won in 7 in the last series, the team that won in 7 is actually 6-0 in the series. The most recent one being Colorado and Vegas. Vegas took that series last year. And then in game 1, 4-2, the loss was like Colorado was actually up 2-0 last year, right? They won 7-1 in game 1 last year.
Yeah.
So that was one of the ones where in game 1 it didn't cash. But I mean, I think the Rangers are in a spot, especially, I know you said you think Braden Point is going to come back at some point.
Yeah, I think at some point throughout this series, I know Cooper's been obviously pretty hush-hush about it,
Yeah.
but from what I've heard, I think at some point he's going to be making a return for the Lightning, which will be huge, man. Which is like it adds like they're not as deep as they have been in other playoff runs, so I think bringing Point back will be really, really useful for them. Obviously,
The one thing that I wrote about more in the article too was that without Point, like Cirelli's been kind of just dog shit. He's done nothing. I saw in their line combos yesterday in practice they moved him up with Stamkos and Kucherov.
interesting.
Which I thought was interesting because Stamkos hasn't really been great either. Without Point, he's got 9 points in 11 games, which isn't terrible, but when you're a 106-point guy, you're probably expected to put together a little bit more. And I think 4 of those points are secondary assists. So Paul was good. Paul was really good with them. So I don't really like moving Cirelli up considering his offensive abilities. Then you put Paul down with Palat and Killorn. I don't know. I think the Rangers still have a good opportunity here. I know the Tampa's got good depth with being able to bring Paul up, but I don't know. I kind of like the Rangers here, at least in the series and in game 1.
Yeah, I think like this Tampa team obviously has the experience for sure, but in terms of like skill at this point, man, Kucherov, like they're super top heavy, I think. And I think the Tampa Bay defense is comparable to the Rangers defense. It's just, I think it goes back to this experience factor.
Yeah.
Like I think McDonough, Hedman, Sergachev, like, they've all been there at this point. Fox and Lindgren and Condre Miller, all those guys are really good, but we've seen them kind of leave Igor out to dry. So I think it's going to be super interesting to see kind of how this series goes with they're playing a comparable goalie for once this playoff series, right? Like Vasilevsky hasn't had a matchup that's even at all, like Campbell. And then even against, obviously, Bobrovsky wasn't that great either. And I think it goes the same for the Rangers, who played against like Louis Domingue and all these anti-Ranta, like not great goaltending. So I think it'll be obviously a goalie show, kind of like we saw in the Colorado series, and it's very offensive heavy. I think this one will be more defensive heavy, which is also why I'm on the first period under in this game. I think this is a no-brainer pick for me. Not a super game of the week risk-free investment, but I think I really like this first period under, especially at -110. The line kind of sketches me out because I thought it'd be a little bit higher, but obviously playoff pedigree. We saw how many goals there were in the first period last game, so it's definitely a wager I'll be on tonight. And I think just with these two goaltenders, I don't know how you can't be on it.
I was also looking at like the 3 games they played in the regular season. The Rangers are 3-0. Like they haven't lost to Tampa this year, and the shot totals were really, really low, like really low. So I think this could be definitely a game played out of the perimeter.
And all those games really, like Brian Elliott playing one of them, and I'm sure we obviously won't see him in this series. But Igor stole all 3 of those games. He had a shutout in one of them. He let in 1 goal, I think, in the other one, and then they ended up winning in shootout when they played Brian Elliott. So if he can do it again, I actually think the Rangers probably have a good chance of winning this series. Lightning are off for like 8 days. That's a long time to take off in the playoffs. So see if their juices are fired up in the Garden. I think it'll be tough for them to get going.
The Rangers or the Tampa scored 1 goal on the road at MSG too in that season series. And New York hasn't lost at home since Game 1 against the Pens.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
They're playing well at MSG. So I'm taking the Rangers. Bet Rivers I got +114 was the best price I could find. So I will document the Rangers as a play and get back into the NHL, even though it's terrifying.
Leafs fan said, "Watch your Jack Campbell talk, pal."
I was going to comment on that. Jack Campbell's better.
Yeah, and then Landon Jackson said, "Good
Jack
pick,
Campbell's
sir." Landon likes your pick.
Nice. Jack Campbell's better than Andrei Vasilevsky.
Yeah, best goal in the league.
Biased.
Shout
if
out
I've
Chris
ever heard
Peters also. Rarely get a pick from that guy. Sorry, shouldn't have said his last name on the stream. OwnersBox CJ
Well,
in
you
the
want
Discord.
to say where he lives?
I just doxed him. Yeah, his phone number is blah, blah, blah. He sent a pick for the first time in like months. So he's also on the under 1.5 in the first period. So I, by nature, also tailed it. So we got the party. It's kind of a party bet today.
Landon said, "I'm sure I got a new sticker on his laptop with those winnings from last night." Owner's box, baby.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. Anything else in the NHL, boys?
Nothing in the NHL, but boy, do I have college baseball.
Oh, yeah, some guy
Chip
actually
asked.
commented,
He said,
yeah.
He asked if you had TCU to win it all this year.
No, I don't have TCU to win it all. What the fuck, Chip?
It's outrageous, Chip.
So I picked.
Did you message yourself all those? Like, is that what I'm looking at?
Yep.
Holy shit.
So I picked a regional winner from every single regional. I bet all 16 of them. I don't know how we want to do this. I could give them all out. I could not give them all out.
Just give them all
Just
out.
rapid fire them off.
All right, the Statesboro Regional, I have Georgia Southern +220, College Station, Texas A&M +100, College Park, I have Wake Forest +120, Greenville, Virginia +100, Gainesville, I have Oklahoma +225, Auburn, I have Auburn winning +150, Hattiesburg, LSU -120, Louisville, I have Oregon +130, Stillwater, I have Arkansas +130, Knoxville, I mean, Tennessee's the best team in all of college baseball, but I'll take Georgia Tech +550 for fun. Corvallis, Vandy +200. Austin, I have Texas -140. Coral Gables, Ole Miss +180. Chapel Hill, of course, I'm taking VCU +500. Stanford -160. And Virginia Tech -175.
Are the Richmond Spiders in anything this year?
Get
No,
all
they
that
got
back there?
fucking crushed in the A10 title tourney. Fuck Richmond.
That was a lot of picks, Abe. We'll have to. You'll have to
Chris, I spoke about it at the top of the show. We don't really need to go. We don't need to go back to it, do we? Like, it was a loser. I suck. I'm an idiot. I'm a moron. I'm a dickhead. I can't make picks. I decided to retire from Major League Baseball sides and totals for the foreseeable future. So I will have baseball plays. They'll be regular units. Probably going to have to drop my units, cut them in half for the next little bit here. But I will have plays, and they are very well explained. They'll be sold terrifically. You might decide on your own that it's a risk-free investment, but that's up to you.
Leafs fan said you're on auto fade right now. He's taking the Lightning tonight, and Chip's just giving you the fucking
Chip's giving you the
gears
business.
right
I
now.
mean, Chip, you said it last year with TCU too, right?
He
Like,
says he
it's a
clearly
homer.
hasn't looked at TCU versus A&M regional history, LeMayo.
It's okay.
Who says? I've never.
They're
heard
going
someone
back.
say
So Jim Schlossenegel, or however you say his name, was the TCU old coach. And now he's at A&M. So they'll be fired up a little bit. But
you
Like
go.
last year he was there?
maybe 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Can you say
I just
LMAO
wondered if
one
it
more
was his
time?
guys.
LeMayo.
Lamo?
LeMayo.
LeMayo. LeMayo ball.
Yeah,
All right.
Chris, you could come over here and you can sit here and just shame me if you'd like. I mean, anyone can do that. It's all good.
Leafs fan says, "Nah, bro. Keep doing 5-unit plays."
Leafs fan, I will sell. I'm
love
going to
this
sell
guy.
you so hard
Dude,
on,
he's
on one of
he's
these
a ledge.
plays. I'm going to
He's a
sell you
ledge.
hard on this play. But yeah, I don't. It's a bad impression to make on like the third time I've been on the show that I put in like a mega goat play, but yeah. I don't do that often. You won't see that for a long time.
College football, you'll be so back though.
I'll be back, yeah.
Let's get into some MLB here.
Yeah.
Let's get into some MLB. Does anyone have, for the 1 o'clock games, who has picks?
I don't have the game times on.
Oh, yeah, I forget what time the games are.
Okay,
at.
so
the Cards-
Royals,
the Cards
Royals and
Padres.
Guardians, Nats and Mets, and then Padres and Cardinals. But boots on the ground reporter Landon Jackson says that the Cardinals game is going to be postponed due to weather, or not postponed but delayed, and he thinks they'll get it in tonight. So,
Anything?
I have the under in the Royals and Guardians game, under 9 at plus money at Caesars. And MGM, actually. I like this play tonight. I know they're kind of random pitchers on the mound.
Who
but
the fuck is Connor Pilkington, dude?
Brad Keller and Connor Pilkington. He also spelled his name wrong. He spells Connor with a K.
No, that's how you can spell it with a K.
What an idiot.
That means he's a psychopath, though. That
Yeah.
guy.
I like the under
Wait,
in that
how would
game.
you spell it?
With a C.
C.
C?
Oh, Connor is first name. I thought you meant the K in Pilkington.
No.
Wait,
Connor
quickly.
Pilkington.
Nick Garza wants to know who you have.
I don't have.
Series.
No, I'd be too square to pick the Tennessee's so good.
Tennessee.
But they're like minus 200.
Take someone else then. Take
I
a
think it's
flyer.
Literally asking.
I need
Give me
to
your
dive
flyer.
in. Okay, flyer Oklahoma.
All right, there you go.
That'll be at
There
least
you go,
plus
Nick.
2,000.
Yeah, there you go.
But yeah, I'm on under in that game, and then Nationals plus 1.5 just because the line stinks, and Carlos Carrasco is due for for a bad game. So that's
To
kinda
your
my
Royals
thing.
Guardians play, I should never speak about the Royals, but the Royals do stink against lefties.
Yeah,
so I kind of
they're
like that.
they're also they're 2-8 in their last 10, so I don't really see them getting a lot of runs here.
Yeah.
Even with
awkward.
even with Connor Pilkington spelling his name wrong.
What was the Nats odds? Plus what?
Plus 205, plus 1.5 is plus 105
Plus
too.
105.
So that's what I'm
Feels
on.
good.
Couple plays there.
Those are my 2 baseball plays for the day.
Yeah. All right. I got a narrative in the Phillies
Okay.
Giants game.
Let's hear it, Sam, then.
It's a Carlos Rodon isn't a summer pitcher narrative. That's what I'm calling it.
June 1st.
Yeah, June 1st. It is officially June 1st, which means Carlos Rodon's ERA will jump up a full run in the months of May to July. He has a 14-26 career record with an ERA over 4. In months that are through March and April, he's 11-5 with a 3 ERA. So there's a lot of difference there. So it's June 1st today. Rodon, narrative-based play here. My pick of the day for the parlay. I have going with some vibes, going with some numbers. Rodon has struggled. He's struggled in May big time. So Nola's been great. They actually haven't won when Nola pitches. I think they're 2-8 in Nola's starts this year. Not a great nugget there, but it is a narrative game for me. Rodon is going to not do as well. He's going to continue the pace he kept on in May. I think the Phillies roll in a low-scoring game today, so I don't think we see too many runs in this game. But I think the Phillies do pull it out.
No stats, just vibes.
Just vibes, yeah.
Oh, those were stats. There were stats.
There were stats. It was, gave up the Rodon narrative.
Last month, Carlos Rodon's slider whiff percentage went from 53% to 36%.
There
He
you
was
go. Sabermetric
lights out.
stat
He
of the
was
day.
lights out in April though. It was
I mean,
a
he just
treat to watch.
has arm injuries every single year. So
That honestly
catch
wasn't
up
it. That was a pretty shit sell job for my pick of the day, but I honestly have been on here the last 3 days, and every time I give it a pick of the day, it's lost. I went 3-1 yesterday, and the only pick that lost is my pick of the day. So I'm just gonna keep a little bit of a normal stats here. Let's roll into my next pick, which is the Miami Marlins money line in Game 1 against the Rockies. Santazella has had the lowest strike.
Sanzatella.
I spelled that wrong.
Yeah.
Sanzatella. Dude, cut me
okay.
some slack. I'm a little slow today.
Yeah, we're a little squirrely today.
He had the lowest strikeout rate, 8%, and the lowest called strike plus whiff rate among 224 pitchers in the MLB this year. Lowest, that's a good number there. The Rockies have crushed left-handers, thanks to T-Mac this morning for reminding me about that. But I think the Miami Marlins have a good chance at, pretty much even. They're minus 105 at Caesars. I'm going to roll with them for a unit. I'm pretty much fading Sanzatella, is that how I say it? Mm-hmm. Fading Sanzatella in this spot based on that stat I just gave out. Not in love with this play, so I'm just going to toss a unit, but I do think the Marlins pull it out at the 2 o'clock window today. So we'll roll with that. And then I'm on the Royals money line. I'm on the fucking Royals money line. Everything says I shouldn't be on the Royals money line, but Connor with a K is going to fucking explode on the mound today.
No,
that guy is a disaster. Brad Keller,
shove.
he's honestly been shit. I don't even know what his ERA is.
No,
It's
he's
not
been
good.
okay.
No, but last couple starts,
yeah.
he had a bad last start.
No, he's had a bad month.
Bad month.
For sure.
Bad month of May. But it's June 1st now. It's a new month.
Well, he's only
This Royals team.
You're on a new month narrative right now.
Yeah,
He's
new
only
month narrative. It's
He's
a
only
new month,
one. He's
new
only
me.
1-5, so that's good.
Okay, we'll see.
He had the
as I
worst
said,
ERA in baseball through the first half last year, so he's actually improved mightily.
But yeah, Connor Pilkington, is that that's their starter? I'm just not gonna bet on that guy today. So I'm gonna take a flyer on the Royals money line. Out of respect, because T-Mac had the numbers yesterday. The numbers are not there like they were yesterday. But that's why you take it. So I'll take the Royals.
Ooh,
plus
dude.
115.
Royals are 0-4 in colors. Last 4 starts on grass though.
On grass.
Actually, is that a real? You said that yesterday.
Jared, yes, I'm a loser. I've made sure that's established here on the show. I am a loser. But here's what I would tell you is if the Royals won last night, I'd be probably selling the ever-living hell out of this play, and I'd be encouraging you to put similar units. But I'm not going to do that because I'm a loser, and I don't have any money.
Word of the day.
Yeah.
Brendan Rodgers, over 1.5 bases, minus 105 at BetMGM. Again, Brendan Rodgers, Rockies. That play, who was it again? The Marlins. That shit not hitting.
Shit ain't hitting.
That's not hitting. The Rockies demolish left-handed pitching, especially at home. Rodgers has a 1193 OPS and a 429 average this year against left-handed pitchers. That's not just hitting really well this season. He's been doing it his entire career. He's got an 876 OPS against left-handed hitters on his career, and 40% of his hits in his career are 4 extra bases when he's going against a left-hander. And I'm pretty sure this season it was up to like 50% of his hits are for extra bases. So he can take care of this in one at-bat and one plate appearance. So I'm going, again, with him facing Trevor Rogers for the Marlins, who hasn't been very good this season.
Are they playing a doubleheader today?
Yeah, they are. Okay. Yeah, they are. This is, again, game 1 at like 3 o'clock. Rogers allowing a 267 average, and 50% of his hits he's allowed to right-handed hitters go for extra bases. So I think Rogers takes care of this in one at-bat, and over 1.5 bases at around minus 105 is lovely. But I'm a loser in this pick.
T-Mac, yeah, I know you lost your Royals pick yesterday, but your sell jobs fire me the fuck up, honestly. Like,
yeah,
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, I love, I could sell a play, man. I could sell a play. But I really like this, but it's just going to be hard to get back up to the dish and take another big swing at a pick today.
Great analogy.
Yeah. Shout out the Discord. Thanks, Gabe. Yeah, I know you guys are in there. If you aren't, go to the description on YouTube, click that link, or go to our link in the bio on Twitter.
Yeah.
Get in there. We are firing daily in there. Might not be with all winners, but we have a good fucking time in there. So jump on in.
Again, BetMGM is where that play was at. Best odds were at.
You gonna give your other one?
Yeah, I might as well. I will. I'm sticking with, again, I'm retired. I'm retired from picking sides in Major League Baseball. So I'm sticking to the bases props. JD Martinez over 1.5 bases today, plus 105.
I can get behind the JD Martinez bases prop
he is
every
just
Julio
fucking
Daniel.
day.
He is plus 105 at BetMGM. He's kind of been, the last 2 games been really cold, but on the season he's just been nuclear. He's 0-7 in his last two games. Hunter Green, though, has been giving up. People are barreling him up at an alarmingly high rate this season. 12.3%. Believe the average in the MLB is like right above 6.5. 11 of the 28 hits he's allowed this season against right-handed hitters are home runs. Martinez, again, has been mashing this season, and he's, again, going back to Green, right-handed hitters slugging .653 on the season. So, again, this is another guy, one swing of the bat can take care of it, and plus money is nice to look at.
I'm betting on a T-Mac bounce back here.
He led the league in doubles last year, so
yeah, there
double
you go.
would be nice for a guy who's slow as
Doubles
fuck.
guy.
Yeah,
Okay, Ave, let's
How
see.
many plays
You
today,
have,
Ave?
what, 28 plays? Or?
No, that was total with. So I think I
with
only have
baseball?
10.
Okay. Or with college baseball.
I
10.
also have Royals money line. Everyone and their dead grandmother is on the Guardians, so you take the Royals money line plus 120. Padres money line.
Guys, why are you guys doing this?
I read to be fair, I read 10 previews this morning on that game, and every single one was on Guardians minus 150 or whatever it is, 155. So
Yep,
to be
exactly.
fair.
Other side.
Vibes pick, Ave.
Padres money line at the Cardinals minus 130. This is kind of a ratty line to me based on how they've played so far.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a left-handed pitcher, so I don't have to auto bet the Cardinals, which is nice. So I'll take the Padres here. Again, you said it might get rained out. That's fine. I'll make my coins back the next time they play. Astros minus 1.5 at the Athletics minus 125. I mean, the Athletics.
Verlander.
Yeah, the Athletics suck. Who cares? Mariners minus 1.5 at the Orioles plus 115. Just going to ride it till it loses this whole series. 110-0. Obviously due maybe for a little bit of regression, but I think they scored 20 fucking runs today. The Red Sox -1.5 against the Reds. Hunter Green, Barrel City.
Yeah.
Pirates Dodgers over 8.5 -110. The Dodgers
due, bro.
The Dodgers got to
So
play an
due.
actual baseball game this week, so that would be nice for them to do it
Wait,
here.
what were the odds on that?
-110.
-110.
I promised T-Mac, because he's always dogged me for this, that I never give a Dodgers pick out. But I think the Dodgers team total might actually be free today.
Chris, I love that you want to find out my play. Hopefully it's because you want to ride and not fade, but I had JD Martinez over 1.5 bases today. That was the
What's the
second
Dodgers
play.
team total today?
T-Mac also, Landon said that it's a good way to look at it. You haven't lost a bet since last month.
That's
Facts.
true. It's a new month, as Sandy has made
Facts.
it very clear.
Yeah.
Okay.
New month.
White Sox money line at the Blue Jays +115.
Wow.
Going up against the lefty. This is
Yeah.
like a nice
Yeah.
little play for me because if this loses,
win-win.
then the Jays win. So
Yeah.
not really too mad. Phillies -1.5 versus the Giants +170. Fucking +170. Why am I not going to take that, right? And then CJ Cron to sock a dinger at +340.
Sock a dinger.
Yeah.
I think the Rockies are going to eat this afternoon. I think the Rockies are.
I like it too.
Maybe
But I
the
do
over. Maybe the
Over 5.5 for the Dodgers.
I do have a
is
play of the
plus
week
100.
though, but this is a play of the week for games that start at 8 o'clock, and that is the Rays money line at the Rangers -110. John Gray sucks. Jeffrey Springs is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's all
That's all I
vibes
got.
today. It's
Yeah.
all vibes today.
It's always
That's it.
all vibes.
Yeah, Avery, you can always count on Avery bringing the vibes.
So
Win or lose.
parlay for today is Brandon Rogers total bases over 1.5.
Yes, sir.
Phillies money line from Sandy. Rays money line from Big Bad Ave, and first period under in the Rangers and Lightning game.
What does that shit pay? What does that shit pay?
1,100, gentlemen.
Plus 1,100.
Claw, get that shit up.
Plus 1,100.
If we do plus 1,100 every day, we just have to hit it 1 in
One.
11 times.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's
That's a
a-
great way to think about it.
fucking
It's a
June
new
1st vibes.
It's a
That is
new
June
month.
1st vibes right
It's a
there.
new
Let us
month.
lose, man.
New vibes.
We're 0 for 4.
I
think.
dare
0 for 5.
someone to
4
to
for.
fade it.
I'm
I
excited.
dare someone to fade the party parlay today.
I'm
Dare.
excited to get the light going while we're in the office to either kill it or
Yeah, that'll
get
be
us
true.
Going.
It's true.
Because
Didn't the first leg kill us the last 2 days? Because Oakland screwed me 2 days ago, and then yesterday.
Yesterday the Royals
first
were
leg.
first.
At least they put us down easy, though. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, we weren't close yesterday.
Well,
we were 2-2.
I will.
The Royals didn't sniff a W yesterday. Hopefully today, though. Who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see.
1-11.
I was one pick away from getting Sandy to work from his.
Oh
from
my
the bathroom
god!
today.
Thank God, dude, fuck JD Martinez. He's so due today for the bases prop because he had a chance to hit a fucking sac fly last night, and he just didn't do his job. That did not do
Bounce
his
back.
job, and then Trevor
Bounce
Story
back.
struck out swinging to end the game. So I
Bounce back.
big bounce back day for the Red Sox. I can't fucking
And
bet
the
on them.
boys.
I'm sick of them. But
All right.
Well, I mean, yeah, great job today, fellas. Let's. I still feel terrible. I still feel like a loser. But maybe tomorrow we'll come back here and we'll have winners for you, and then we'll be back for the NBA tomorrow too, which would be nice.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna get in the lab on some golf plays. too.
Yeah, I was gonna say Memorial Tournament starts tomorrow.
Cam Smith.
Might have to throw out some 3-ball picks tomorrow on stream, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sounds
peace.
good. See ya.